Yo, Kingdom, community vibes, community ties. Terrance Tucker is the brother who's connecting the tribe.
We back in the building, and you see my guy with me, and you better be standing on top of your couch, man. You better be screaming high heavens, cause I got my boy Delvon Harling, DJ Shok in the building. Okay, don't play
if you know
with
me if you know me from Johnson, Amazon,
man. Only people from C.A. Johnson know about that though. You gotta be from C.A. Johnson to know about that Amazon, man. That's real rap right there, man. That's legendary. That's vintage. Okay, that's vintage. Okay, listen, man. Welcome to another impactful episode of the Community Vibes, man. And this is this show right here is so special to me because I got my brother, man. Like literally, we almost grew up from the sandbox, almost, man. Like going on, man, 30-something years, man.
you put that number out there.
30-something years, man. That we've been connected, man, to each other, man. From W.A. Perry all through C.A. Johnson, man.
We
played ball together. Yeah, we played ball together growing up. We went through the trenches together, okay? The trenches. Suicide Hill sprints, man. Getting cussed out every day. Running around Bonneville Stakes, man. Running around Bonneville Road. Getting chased by Coach Gates. Okay? Getting verbally abused by everybody. But listen, but it made us who we are because we both went to the illustrious South Carolina State University. You see his shirt, huh? Stand up Bulldogs. Yeah, we in the building. HBCU in the building. My Bulldogs. We got another one, man. We highlighting another Bulldog because this is a serious matter right here. We laughing and joking, but it's a serious matter because I love my brother. So I want to make sure that you know that we need your, we really need your prayers and your support, all right, going forward. Now, you'll find out why soon. Before we get to this king right here, let's pay two quick bills. Number one, if you're watching this podcast, you know that you're blessed because God woke you up this morning. I'm telling you, God woke you up. He is able, so give him all the thanks, give him all the praise and the glory because I'm telling you, watch the news, man. You know what I'm saying? Look around. You'll see why you see why you need to be blessed, man. Why you should be thanking God for every breath that you take because people, they're leaving here by huge numbers, okay? It's not a game, y'all. It's not a game. So give him all the praise. Number two, you hear the music playing in the background, man. You hear the music playing in the background, therefore, you know where you at, man. You at the Groove, man. The Groove Smoothie and Juice Bar, man. Located on 7510 Garland Ferry Road, man. Yeah, we out here. Come get you a smoothie, man. I'm telling you, it's black owned, okay? What's better than that, all right? Come support. The smoothies are dope, man. They are good, man. Different flavors. I'm telling you, man, different vibes. You're gonna love it, man. We got my boy, you know what I'm saying? We got my boy Jordan making them things, you know what I'm saying, good for you. I promise you, you're gonna love it, all right? So come in, man, stop by, man. Just show love to us, man, all right? We'll be happy to have you. Now, let's get to the king, man. The king, man. W.A. Perry, finest, man. C.A. Johnson, legend. South Carolina State representative. Okay? You know what I mean? The doggone DJ extraordinaire. What's going on, my bro?
Man, you give a great introduction.
Hey, I try to show love, man. You know what I'm saying? Give flowers, but you got to get the flowers out, man.
I appreciate it.
You got to get the flowers while you can.
I appreciate it. These days and times, I appreciate it. Every day my eyes open. I make sure I go outside and tell God thank you for just seeing another sunrise.
Wow.
Smelling the air, listening to birds, chirp. Sometimes I just stand out there and really just zone out sometimes and just really thank him for just being able to be a part of the land of living. Because it's so many people that get up and go to their phone or they just get up and just run without even saying thank you.
Facts,
and you gotta say thank you before you get everything started. That'll turn your bad day into a good day. Sometimes you don't know that.
Come on, man. That boy preaching, man. Get your notebook. Listen, man, get your notebook out, man. You about to get some notes today, man.
Yes,
all right? From my guy, man. Listen, now, You from Columbia, South Carolina.
Absolutely.
You went to W.A. Perry Middle School. Absolutely. You went to C.A. Johnson High School.
Mighty Hornets.
A lot of our, friends growing up didn't go to college.
No.
And you were one of those, one of the lucky ones. You know what I'm saying, who made it to college. And, when you went to South Carolina State, man, how did you feel, man, leaving C.A. Johnson, going to South Carolina State? Okay,
well, let me give you a little background of that. As far as being lucky, you were absolutely right.
We were lucky, man.
I didn't really even fathom going to college until my senior year.
Really?
My senior year.
What changed that?
Number one, rest in peace, Mr. Leon McKelvey.
Yes, sir, man.
Band director at C.A. Johnson High School, the mighty Emerald regime. He pulled me to the side one day and was like, "What you gonna do with your life?" And I honestly shrugged my shoulders and said, "I don't know."
Wow.
So he said, "Well, what we're gonna do is we're gonna try to get you into college somewhere." And I'm thinking it's just Hollywood talk. Every teacher gonna say that you the best and you the greatest and this, that, and the third. Mm-hmm. But it was him, rest in peace, and Omari Pavlovic, wherever you are, thank you, Miss Omari Pavlovic, my senior English teacher.
She was a gift.
Who got me into reading better, looking up words, knowing how to spell them, say them in a sentence. That way you sound.
She was a gift, man.
You sound sort of smart when you use those words instead of using them and sounding ignorant. So she pulled me to the side and asked me the same question: "What you gonna do with your life?" And I shrugged my shoulders again. I don't know.
Right.
So putting my talents together with the marching band and then putting my words together, it got my reading skills better, so my test scores got better, so my grades got better. So while applying to SC State, I got letters from Johnson C. Smith, Bethune-Cookman, University of South Carolina, Florida A&M, and I was leaning hard to go on for Johnson C. Smith because at that time, we was hooping. So Johnson C. Smith said, "We give you a partial scholarship to come hoop." So, man, a lot of people ain't know that because I ain't really talked about that to just now. Right. But the reason why I went to Orangeburg is because of that mighty marching one-on-one band.
101.
Saw them in a parade, and was like, I want to go there. Yeah. And not only that, but 11 of my classmates was going too.
A lot of.
So you might not know this, but I got my acceptance letters late. Orangeburg. Yeah. So my first year of college, I went to Benedict. Thought I wasn't gonna say nothing about that Benedict College, huh?
Yeah, BC.
So I went to Benedict for that year, and by the time the spring semester came, well, not the spring semester, let me back up again. My acceptance letter from state came a week after I started school. How about that? So instead of just transferring out, I stayed, bettered myself at my craft, because I was on the marching band at Benedict also. So I bettered my craft, got to the spring semester, my grades were right. So when I went to look and transfer, and that's like, now some classes might not transfer, like your religion course. Because with private institutions, they give you more courses that might not translate into a public institution. Right. So upon getting to state, I think 3 or 4 of my classes didn't come over. So instead of being a first semester sophomore, I was a second semester freshman. So to answer your question, when I got into Orangeburg, number one, I'm 45 miles away from the house. The registration process was kind of draining. Yeah, it happened. At all historical black houses. It was a little mix up with housing. Yeah. So that and there's a lot of bulldogs that can attest to this. When you go to registration, you got to pack patience because you will explode in a minute. Yeah. Patience and prayer. But I finally got my room in the illustrious Bethea Hall. Yeah. Rest in peace, Bethea Hall. Finally got my room. Finally met my roommate. He was cool. Finally got to practice for the marching band, and after that, I was fine. Oh yeah. Once I had my classmates from C.A. Johnson, I got with my section and befriended all of them, and then I got to my classes and started, meeting people in my classes and stuff. Yeah. And after that, I was fine. It changed your life a little bit. Changed my whole life, man. Cause I ain't gonna lie to you. My first 2 semesters, I was lazy. I might have did my homework. I might have wanted to go to a party instead of doing my work. So Second semester, I got what's called academic probation. A lot of y'all know that academic probation happened. So that was my first, I want to say my first interaction with God.
Yeah.
God shook me, God grabbed my shoulder and said, hey, I'm giving you an opportunity to get yourself together, but you about to mess it up.
I had the opportunity, man. I've been through my trials and tribulations when I was coming up, we both played sports, and my ambitions were, where to go to college, to play sports, of course.
You know what though? If we would have known that back then, we probably would have helped you out, man. I know me and AkA would have got you somewhere.
Yeah, man. But I went through my trials and tribulations, but I luckily got into South Carolina State, years later. And these young men, man, this dude right here, man, and Mr. DJ Babyface, man, and all those, and those cats
Salute.
Who went to C.A. Johnson, man, they adopted me when I came there, man. They showed me the ropes. Like, listen, without these cats, right? Listen, we graduated high school together.
1998.
But when I got there, they were already almost, seniors almost, But they took me up under, they took me up under their wing, man, and literally, man, showed me the ropes, man. Listen, man, took care of me. My first year would not have been no way near successful without these dudes, man.
And I tell you why. It's because at C.A. Johnson, we heard all kind of stuff about C.A. Johnson.
Of course.
How we wouldn't make it, how them kids are dumb, all they want to do is fight, this, that, and the third.
Right.
If not for not only meeting this guy at Delvon Perry, hooping with him, hanging out with him, sweating
going
with
through
him,
the trenches,
blood, sweat,
man.
tears, and then going to the high school level, doing the same thing. When I saw this cat, when I first saw you on campus, man, I was so overjoyed.
Y'all, man,
I was so overjoyed because that's not only a classmate, but that's my teammate.
Yeah, it's different.
And it's different when everyone who you went to school with is already gone and get ready to get out.
Right.
But you still took it upon yourself to not only research the school, apply to the school, make a commitment to go to the school.
Right.
So we had no choice but to get you right.
Yeah, man, I was extremely thankful, man. Listen, man, people don't realize, man, you are who you hang with, man. You know what I'm saying? You are who you hang with, man. You hang around greatness, I promise you, man. Great things gonna happen to you, okay? And the best thing that I did when I got to South Carolina State was changed my surroundings, man. But I made sure that I was comfortable with, because listen, you gotta hang around people who will push you, to do better, because they're doing better.
Not only that, but you gotta have people that's going the same direction with you.
The same direction, man. So
they say, back in the day, we heard in church that, what was about equally yoked?
Equally
you
yoked.
need to be equally yoked.
Equally yoked.
I always
man.
thought that was just a Bible verse, something about church. But no, that's real
it's
life.
Serious.
If you're going in one direction,
right,
and the other person going in another direction, y'all are not equally yoked.
Yeah.
So you got to, in order to build your worth, your health, your career, or whatever it is, and if you're with somebody or befriending somebody, you got to be equally yoked. Because that success not only, it wasn't just about my success, but it was about Tuck's success too.
Right.
And now he's bringing you this. I'm overjoyed. I'm overwhelmed with a whole. I'm kind of shaking a little bit because this goes back.
Yeah.
This goes back. I remember days walking.
Back.
I remember days walking down Bonneville Road.
Yeah.
We ain't feel like running no cross country.
Nah, man.
But guess what? We had to do it. We ain't feel like running no track. Well, guess what? We had to do
booty
it.
Shorts on. Shorts that touch your thighs, dog. You don't know that struggle.
It's cool now.
That struggle.
It's cool now. The boys wear it now.
Running with a jersey that's falling off your hips, that's falling off your shoulders, man.
Running in the halter top.
You don't know how I feel to get wedgies at practice, man. You don't know how that feel. You don't know how I feel to get bullied by your teammates, man, when you're in the 9th grade. You don't know that feeling,
Or
man.
a person like me, who at the time was probably 5'3", 5'4".
Yeah.
So I'm trying to get the biggest shorts. I'm still in all the post shorts.
Yeah.
Or the bigger guard shorts. Because I don't want to
there.
wear the 32.
Yeah, we out there in bikers. Talking about thighs hugging. So going forward, man, you left high school, you know what I'm saying? You left South Carolina State. And of course you started working in the school system and stuff.
But that was a rough transition.
That was?
Yeah, that was a rough transition because when you're in college, you're used to a set schedule. When you're in high school, you're used to a set schedule.
Yeah.
So now that you're on your own, and for the first maybe 3-4 months, you're looking for a career because my degree is in English education.
Right.
But at the time, I'm 21, 22 years old, graduating in 2002.
Right.
What kind of kid is gonna listen to me?
Facts.
I'm right outside of their age group. I'm just 5 years older than them.
Right.
So to them, I'm a peer. I'm not.
Yeah. Basically.
I'm not a.
Literally, you're a peer.
I'm not an authority figure.
Right.
So it took me till about 25, which is around about 2005, to actually say that I want to do this. And I've had different jobs. Yeah. I worked at Caltech. Shout out to the Caltech alumni. I worked at Blue Cross Blue Shield. Shout out to the Blue Cross Shield alumni. I worked at Home Depot. I had all kind of jobs.
Boy, doggone Jamaican out here.
But once I got in the classroom, it changed me more than I changed the kids.
Wow. That's dope, man. So let me ask you this, man. So when did you start DJing, man?
Oh man, that okay. So that story is a little lengthy, but I'm gonna shorten it up. A long time ago, I got put on punishment because I was caught riding a stolen car. So while on punishment, I saw this movie Juice. So I said, I want to do that.
Yeah, that's what you want to do.
I wonder how hard that is.
Yeah.
So I raked a lot of yards, mowed a lot of yards, and bought my first set of Technique turntables, which are still what I have right now.
Yeah.
I got the original set.
The original joint.
Yeah. So moving on ahead, I met AkA, and AkA coincidentally
Solomon
want to do the same thing.
Skinny Killer.
So right around our 3rd year of school, we got an internship at the Big DM, and that's how we met Prince Ice.
Wow.
So Prince
South Carolina State.
Yeah.
Okay.
So Prince Ice took us under his wing.
Wow.
And we used to have practice sessions, and AkA would have his setup with Hakeem, DJ Quavo, and I think DJ Chaos came by. You hear that name in a while. That's the SC State alumni.
Man, salute.
They came by the house, and we just worked on our craft. Just worked on. I didn't do as much scratching practice as I should, but as far as blending is concerned, So under Prince Ice tutelage, shout out to Prince Ice. Under his tutelage, okay, so it's funny that I'm on Garner's Ferry Road.
Right.
Used to be a club right behind us called Columbia Live.
Columbia Live.
So one day I helped out Prince Ice. I used to always get his crates. We had to spell out PRINCE.
Yeah.
And he told me, well, hop on. And so there was nobody in the club then. So I just did my own little set or whatever. And then he said, I'll be right back.
Yeah.
He never came back.
No, left you there.
3 hours later, he comes back. He said, that's the only way I can put you in the fire.
Wow.
And I was nervous on the inside, but I was calm and collective. And surprisingly, I kept the people on the dance floor, and they thought it was Ice. I had people come in the booth saying, yo, Prince Ice, play this. And I'm like, all right.
Yeah.
So they thought I was him.
Wow.
So
that's what started you.
That started
That's
the career.
what started the journey. Man.
Now, there's some managers and club owners back then that really taught me the business.
The business side of it. Yeah.
That's what was really important, the business side. Because now there's not too much business learning.
Right.
It's just get on there and play all the hits.
Yeah.
There's ain't too many people that's pull you to the side and say, if the door makes this and the bar makes that, what should you ask for? This, that, and the third. And I got tested nights, just something like a school test.
Right.
If we made this and we made that, what is your percentage? Stuff like that. So shout out to you know, it's so many to name, but shout out to them for giving me the business sense.
Yeah. Listen, man. So you also worked for a radio station.
Yeah.
What radio station was that?
I worked for the Big DM, which was, you know, 101.3.
Yeah.
Then I currently work for Kiss 103.1.
Yeah.
All I do is just drive the van and park it and throw it in the deuces and set everything up for the jock and bring everything down for the jock, get back in the van, go.
Yeah.
Simple enough, right?
Yeah. So, but now prior to that, man, you was at a spot that's near and dear to us, man. One of my favorites, you know what I'm saying, one of my favorite places to go eat, you know what I mean? And they adopted you, you know what I'm saying? Your little spot called My House.
Yes, sir.
My House, man. Talk about, you know what I'm saying, talk about your My House family real quick, man.
Man, My House has been so good to me these past couple of weeks, past couple of months.
Yeah.
Shout out to the owner, Larry. You know, he's a C.A. Johnson alumni.
There you go.
A former student came to me and said, I gotta do something for you. And we'll talk about that later, but he came to me and said, I gotta do something for you. And I was like, okay. And then he hung up and he called back and said, I'm gonna do a car wash for you. So he said that since you work at My House, let's see if we can get My House. They had a car wash there.
Wow.
And it was a great success, man. Shout out to Jamario, shout out to Jamario Graw.
Right.
His cousins and stuff, they came through. Man, they did an awesome job. It surprised me how many people came to support car wash little old me. People come off from Georgia, you know, to just get their car wash.
Yeah, you done touched a lot of people out here.
You know what, people say that.
Touched a lot of people out here.
People say that you're special and stuff like that, but you know, when you're your own person, sometimes you don't really know it because you're with yourself every day.
I know.
Yeah.
But so for those people who you know may not know what you're going through right now, man, break it down to them, bro.
Well, I was diagnosed August 2018 with end-stage renal disease, which is also known as chronic kidney failure, stage 5. When I first got started, I was stage 4. So basically, your kidneys is what gets all the junk out your body. You know, all the fluid, excess waste. If your blood is tainted, that's pretty much like your air filter to your car. Long time ago, I used to notice that I had family members who were on dialysis, but I never really asked why. So now I know that my family has kidney failure in the family. So basically, my clock started when I was born, basically. Now, also, I contributed to it heavily after I got out of college by just eating terribly. You know, there's times I go and get Big Macs and Whoppers and huge fries, and you know, we grew up off of hot dogs and hamburgers and fries on Friday, so I used to have like a big pot of fries and I put it all on the plate and just eat them out. Like my eating was horrible. Around about a year and a half ago is when I started to change my life as far as my healthy eating. Did not know that my kidneys were already failing at that time. So I ended up going to the hospital, and while in the hospital, the doctor asked me, he's like, so how long you had, you know, how long your kidneys been bad? And I looked at him like, I don't know what you're talking about. You know, I'm fine compared, because I didn't feel bad, I had no headaches, you know, blood pressure was high. But at that time, I didn't know that high blood pressure over a certain amount of time contributes to it, right? To the breaking down of kidneys. Right. So currently, well, let me back up. Your kidney function, I think, is supposed to be at 120%. When the doctor asked me about my kidney function, at that time in August 2018, it was 15%. Currently, it's sitting at 2%. Wow. So right now, I need dialysis in order to feel the way that I feel now. Right. And shout out to Columbia Home, shout out to the Middle Lake facility for helping me along with this process, educating me, and whenever I ask a question, they answer it, and they try to keep me smiling and laughing, and you know, they full of jokes, because this process can weigh down on you a little bit.
I feel you.
I got real sick in June and July, where I was hospitalized, for dehydration. Only because I couldn't keep anything down. If I ate it, I threw it back up.
Wow.
So right now, if people see me on Facebook, then I feel good, and it's due to the dialysis process, which basically sucks out my blood, clean it, and put it back in.
Right.
The machine is pretty much my kidneys.
Right.
Right now, I am on the active list for MUSC, the Medical University of South Carolina, and Augusta University. So that's why I try to feel for my phone every now and then, because they tell me to keep my ringer on, because that call can come anytime.
Right.
They're called. Well, I got called to be a backup one time.
Wow.
Which scared me, because I'm like, they call at 1:30 in the morning.
Yeah.
It's like, yeah, we may have a kidney for you. It's for someone else, but if it doesn't work for you, it's yours.
Right.
So how fast can you get to Charleston?
Wow.
And I'm like, how fast?
Yeah.
I
right
drive
now.
fast.
Yeah.
So,
right now.
But thankfully, that kidney went to the primary. So my nurses tell me all the time, they're like, when you get called to be a backup, you're up there on the list. You're high. Yeah. So every day I wake up, I thank God, and I pray to God, and I ask God, is it my time? Is today the day?
Yeah, that's good, man. So let me ask you this, man.
Yes, sir.
You know what I'm saying? From a community standpoint, man, how can we help you, bro?
By helping me is basically keeping this story going. Like it, share it. I know since I've come clean with what I'm going through, there are a lot of people that reached out to me, on Facebook and on Instagram. That was like, hey, I'm going through the same thing. On Twitter, I'm going through the same thing. What keep you so strong? And it's some of them that will text me or call me and say, man, your strength is making me feel strong. Because I went into this saying that I can't complain. Right. I'm not gonna whine because I'm still alive. It could be it could be the other way around where I pass away. But I'm here, so why be angry? Facts. Also, the surgery does cost a lot. It costs about the surgery itself is, I think, $200,000, but your insurance will pay for 80% of it. Right. So that number can fluctuate. So thank you for those who have given to my GoFundMe, and please keep giving. No amount is too small. Whatever you feel to give, please give, because all of that GoFundMe money goes towards when I finally get a kidney and paying for the surgery, paying for the medicine. I gotta stay in Charleston for like probably a week and a half. So that'll pay for hotel, it'll pay for gas to and from. Because the doctors still want me to be somewhere near so they can check on my to check on my progress as far as the surgery's concerned. So I just don't get it in and just come on back home. It's a process. So thank you for those who are donating, and please continue to donate. I definitely appreciate it.
Listen, man, we gonna support, C. Johnson family, man, Columbia family, man, South Carolina State family, my house family, man, Benedict family. Let's all chip in, man. Let's make this thing happen, man. Listen, we need your help. All right, listen, man, this is my brother, okay? And we trying to keep him here 50, 60 more years, all right? So let's make that thing happen, man. Let's come together, man, okay? Let's bond, all right? Let's fellowship, okay? Let's come up with, some, very, strategic ways, bringing this thing into fruition. We need for that kidney to go in him.
Speaking of strategic, I do have 3 potential donors, so shout out to those people. Shout out to my little brother, who is one of my potential donors. I thank you, and just because I have 3 don't mean that you can't get checked and see if
you can be a possible donor. So how can they follow you, and how can they, where can they go to donate?
To donate, we would contact Medical University of South Carolina down in Charleston, and you would give them a call. I don't know the number right offhand, but give them a call and let them know that you want to be a potential donor for, my full name is Thomas Delvon Harling, or Thomas D. Harling, Harling. and also call Augusta University and let them know that you want to be a potential donor, and the coordinators will coordinate a way for you to, they'll send everything to you as far as your blood work, and you'll go to a, what's the place, not urgent care, but you'll go to a lab core wherever you're located, and they get the blood work done, and then after, that's pretty much step one, and then step two will be like your heart monitor, which you have to wear for 24 hours, and that information will shoot straight to them, and then the third will be you actually going down there, getting worked up, and hopefully they'll call me and say, well, we have the perfect kidney for you, and they'll set a surgery date. And how the surgery works is the same time I go in there, you go in there. Right. So they'll cut you open, and it doesn't sound, it sounds bad, but it's not. It's an hour and a half long surgery, and it's small incisions. And they'll go in, get the kidney, and they'll bring it right to me, because within 30 minutes it has to leave your body and then go to my body. Right. After that, the kidney may start to decompose. Right. So we'll be in there together. We'll go in there together. We'll come out together. And usually within a 2-3 hour span, they'll probably wake me up or see if I'm okay, and they'll get me up and start me walking, because they don't want you to catch blood clots in your legs. Right. So it's a process. It's a lovely process, because not only me, but there's so many people when I go to my dialysis facility that's looking for the same thing. They need a kidney. It's a lot of people, and that's why it's before you even get to that part of your life, start to understand that your health is wealth. Right. No amount of money can buy you another second of time. That's fact. You have to realize that healthy eating, cut the salt out, cut the sugar out, it will keep you here longer. That's something that I had to learn and understand. For me, it was too late. I understood that health is wealth, and I started to, switch and eat more healthy, but the damage was already done. Right. So now, I'm able to control my birth control. Well, what are you talking about? My blood pressure more, because I eat healthy. Your leafy greens, vegetables. If you eat meat, make sure it's low sodium, no dairy, and just keep it simple. People may think that it's, it won't taste right. Just me telling you that I'm doing that means that the taste really about the same. I have non-dairy cheese, cheddar cheese that tastes just like cheddar cheese. I have oven roasted turkey breast that tastes just like turkey breast. It's just low sodium. Y'all, listen, man, please, man, do your due diligence, all right? You know what I'm saying? Much like he said, man, health is wealth, you know what I'm saying? And make sure that you go, man, you know what I'm saying? Give him your support. He needs your support, man. It's so important, all right? We got to wrap it up, man, but listen. I didn't answer your question. You told me how people can follow me. They did.
Oh, yeah.
On Facebook, I'm Delvon Harling, Delvon. Last name Harling, Harling. On Instagram and Twitter is DJ Shok. That's DJ SHOK 803. I think that's about it. Everything else, but for those of you who know my number and has been texting and calling, I certainly appreciate you. I certainly appreciate the prayers. I certainly appreciate the quotes that I get. I appreciate my AC Floor family. I appreciate them to depths, because they came through for me. I appreciate the Kids on 3.1 family, and I just appreciate Facebook, because when I first put this out, I did not know I would get this amount of love, reception, this amount of love from me, because I think I'm just an ordinary guy. I go, I DJ, I get my money, I leave. I don't really, make friends like that. But I thank all of you for everything you said, everything you've done, every backpack, every prayer you put in the sky. I appreciate it.
Thank y'all so much, man, for tuning in to another impactful episode of the Community Vibes, man. All right, please like, please share, and please subscribe, man, to the YouTube channel. All right, listen, come out, man. You know what I'm saying? Show love, okay? Because that's what it's about, man. Right? We go further when we love each other. All right, listen, man. Be careful, man. Be safe. please remember to put God first.
Health is wealth.
Health is
Yo, Kingdom. Community vibes, community ties. Terrance Tucker is the brother who's connecting the tribe. You say you won't shine, come get your shine on. You say you want vibes, come get your vibe on. Community vibes, community ties. Terrance Tucker is the brother who's connecting the tribe. Hey, you say you won't shine, we'll get your shine on. You say you want vibes, we'll get your vibe on.